Bodhi in the Brain, Part 10. How you doing, everyone? It's Morgan O. Smith here. Just continuing on Bodhi in the Brain, which is my upcoming book. Today we're going to talk about, parts of the brain, such as the pineal gland, the limbic system, which includes the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the thalamus gland. So, let's dive in. As I said before in the other segments, that Yinnergy Meditation does a number of things. Not just Yinnergy does this. Meditation, different forms of meditation, do all these things. It's just Yinnergy does this a lot faster, and it's a lot more effective, and it's easier to do as opposed to traditional methods, which are difficult to master. I may have said before, it takes about 6 years to master a good meditation technique, but with Yinnergy, it happens right away because, again, your brain's being entrained to binaural and monaural beats that are working together within a certain pattern of an algorithm of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, which was inspired by vortex-based mathematics, which was created by mathematician Marco Rodin. So all these things in combination, which forms Yinnergy, does a lot of things that traditional meditation can't do right away. So it takes, as I said, it takes a while for a good meditation technique to work, unless you're one of the few who are talented in regards to meditation, because there's a small percentage of people who are very talented in meditation and can master this right away. But for the most of us, this is not the case. So Yinnergy can do that a lot faster, and Yinnergy is better than other binaural beat soundtracks because we involve the lowering of the carrier frequencies. Now, the lowering of the carrier frequencies, as I said before, makes the meditation more potent, makes it stronger. It raises the amplitude of the sound that has an effect on the systems of the brain. So what we'll cover here today, did I even mention the pineal gland? Yes, the pineal gland is one of the things that the Yinnergy helps to regulate. So by having a good pineal gland, a good functional pineal gland, you're able to produce proper amounts of melatonin and serotonin, but also dimethyltryptamine. Dimethyltryptamine, people know the short form of that, the acronym, which is DMT, right? So DMT. So now, as far as I know, DMT still hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed if the pineal gland produces dimethyltryptamine or DMT fully, anyway, because it's really, really hard to do the research on that. But it is believed that the pineal gland does produce dimethyltryptamine. They have found dimethyltryptamine in the spinal fluid and other parts, and within other parts of the body. But I don't, as far as I know, it has been confirmed, fully confirmed, if dimethyltryptamine is being produced within the pineal gland. But that is the strong belief within the scientific community that is the case. So as far as I know, more research has to go into that. But for now, I can say that by having a functional pineal gland, you can produce the right amounts of melatonin and serotonin. And of course, melatonin you produce during the night, while in a dark environment, and serotonin you produce in lighter environments. So you produce melatonin through the acts of the sun. So by the sun producing light, which goes directly into your eyes, and that gets converted. There's a whole process in that, but that gets converted into serotonin and so on. And there are other neurotransmitters that your pineal gland also produces as well. So, but it is a belief that it produces dimethyltryptamine, which stands for, or should I say, DMT, which stands for dimethyltryptamine. So just to put that out there. But Yinnergy is also great for the limbic system. And for those who don't know, the limbic system involves emotion, motivation, and memory. So this is something that's really, really important. So it's good that we have a technology that can penetrate deep enough into the limbic system that helps to regulate that. And for those that don't know, that the limbic system is known as the emotional brain. So, but the limbic system is broken up into three different parts. the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the thalamus. Now, with the amygdala, that is the part of the brain that's responsible for the the fight or flight response. So by deactivating the amygdala, you're now in a more relaxed state. So when you go through certain situations where you would react, because that's what it's designed to do, to protect you from danger, when things aren't dangerous and you realize that it's not a dangerous situation, you won't tap into the fight or flight. You will be more relaxed and be able to observe the outcome, observe what's happening to you in your environment, so you realize, or you come to a realization of how to act within the situation. So it's good to have a deactivated amygdala as opposed to having an activated one. And you may know people who are always in that state, which it's not a good thing when you're not in danger, especially when you're not threatened. But there's people who always feel threatened. That is because their amygdala is still active, and it should be deactivated during times when you are actually safe and there is no threat within your environment. So that's it with that. And then you have the hippocampus, and the hippocampus is responsible for spatial memory and things of that sort. It's responsible for memory and learning. So Yinnergy is also good at increasing the hippocampus, which is that part of the brain within the limbic system. The hippocampus is also involved in navigational tasks and things of that sort. It's the part that allows you to find your way around a city and all that type of stuff. So the hippocampus is very important. So by meditating with Yinnergy, or with traditional meditation methods, you get to increase the size of the hippocampus and so on, which is very, very important. But then also, you also have the thalamus, and that is that has the function of processing information and things of that sort. So that's also a very important part of the brain that Yinnergy can improve on. So there you have the three separate parts of the limbic system: the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the thalamus. And yeah, this goes on. Yinnergy is such a powerful tool, and for those who have used it long term, that know the benefits of this, and so on. So Yinnergy is the way to go. So all this stuff will be covered in the book, Bodhi in the Brain. And as I said before, Bodhi actually means enlightenment. If you know the story of Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, that's where that comes from. So Bodhi in the brain. B-O, how do you spell it again? B-O-D-H-I. So Bodhi in the brain. So that's it for this week. And next week we'll continue with some other stuff in regards to Yinnergy and what it does. And a lot of people overlook what this technology can do. A lot of people don't even believe that a technology like that can do all those things, because they just think it's sound, and it's not just sound. It's regulated sound. It's learning how to use sound to your advantage to get the results that you want by penetrating and stimulating parts of the brain through sound that goes to the ears. And by doing so, you stimulate the brain stem, and that vibration travels onto other parts of the brain as a result. So it's amazing what this stuff can do, especially when you add in lower carrier frequencies, which is responsible for increasing the amplitude of a vibration, or increase the amplitude of a frequency that allows for those things to happen. Especially what I mentioned before with the synchronization of the two hemispheres of the brain and all this different type of stuff. And when these things improve, things improve in your life and how you function and how you see your world, and also your perspective of the world. And meditation can do that. And a lot more people should be talking about this, about what meditation can do. And you start to hear it in the mainstream in regards to mindfulness. But what people don't realize, that mindfulness and meditation are actually two different things. But sometimes, those two get intertwined and all that. But meditation can do so much, and this is the reason why it's been around for thousands of years. And now that we have modern technology, we found ways to do this even more effectively and much faster than traditional methods. So I always encourage people, give brainwave entrainment a try, And I know many people now who have tried it and have found great success with it. And these are just these are just entrainment soundtracks that they've gotten off YouTube and things of that sort. But what I'm proposing here, that Yinnergy and programs like Yinnergy does even more than that. So I just want you to all take that into consideration here. But that's it for me for this week for Yinnergy Meditation. My upcoming book, Bodhi in the Brain, which will be coming out sometime this year. And that's it. Take care, everyone.